Today we're in the hometown of the famous skier George Thomas, Hinterzarten. I have Colin Phillips with me, an institution in British ski jumping, if I may say so.
Well, look, seeing all that bustle around, I'd really like to go up there and...
Today we're going for the match, so to speak. This is this year's Summer Grand Prix. You could use this approach in a video to teach the youngsters perfect posture, thus a minimal air resistance, and it looks very fast. Now, recently, he seems to be so tense, he's simply unable to keep cool enough to turn in top performances. Maybe he thought he could simply pull good distances out of the hat, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out this time. Thanks to technology. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the final results for your information. I'd be glad to have you with us again next time. And many thanks to Hello from Hinterzarten. Have you visited the local ski museum, Colin?
No, not yet, but I certainly will do.
Today I have Colin Phillips at my side, who will give us...
It's a great pleasure to me, my friends.
Whilst others are off swimming, we're here at the Summer Grand Prix ski jumping.
Oh my God.
Superb. A very, very nice take.
Excellent.
As if he had pushed the right button at the right moment.
Super. Absolutely super.
I suppose we can have a look at the Wow, that was an exciting competition today, don't you think, Colin? You talked about the jump as a filigree system, Colin. What role does the material play?
Well, naturally, it's absolutely crucial. For example, if your angle of attack is not perfect, or even the wax mixture, that can spoil your whole season.
Colin, he could be a candidate for the top ranks with this jump, don't you think?
Nice, Mark. That was a very good distance. And in that region, it's really hard to withstand a landing.
Let's take the time to look at the replay. These are the results of today's competition, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are in the northeast of the Val di Fiemme in the Dolomites, in the town of Predazzo. Today, I have expert help by my side, the famous ski jumper called...
I would have liked to start myself, but it wasn't meant to be.
Do you like these summer competitions, Colin?
Well, it's nice for a change, but myself, I prefer snow on the ground.
not like that! The takeoff was powerful, but too late. This makes him lose the height he needs for a long distance. The replay will show the field of skiers is on a decrease. Only the best 30 athletes will come back for the decisive jump. And this is weird, Colin. So far, he always was in the top 3, and now, suddenly, these poor performances.
Well, maybe he put himself under too much pressure, or his coach is too demanding. But he's still clinging to the top. But for how long?
Wow, excellent landing there. Telemark, the skis touched down flatly, not edged over. That's what the judges want to see. And the public too, of course. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Great season for him. His performance is consistently good or even very good. And that's reflected in the ranking. He'll keep his place in the top 10. No way he's going to be pushed out.
No, I don't see that either.
See, ladies and gentlemen, a good jump is awarded with a good distance. This certainly wasn't a top performance yet, but he has the potential for improvement.
He certainly has.
Even the weather is now eager to create perfect start conditions.
Yes, I could sense there'll be some record distances today.
That's how the takeoff has to be. An explosive extension of the body at the right point on the jump table, and then an intensely powerful takeoff.
Yeah, that's impressive.
So, this is an overview of the final ranking, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an exciting competition today, and that's how we like it. Today we're in France, on the ski jump in Courchevel. Hello, or rather, bonjour. Colin Phillips, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the big names in British ski jumping. It's a great pleasure for me to have him here today. How are you doing, Colin?
At least I can support my home country in this way.
One skier doesn't make a summer, you might say, so we continue with the Summer Grand Prix. Yes, right point for takeoff. Well done.
Yeah, wasn't bad.
The good flight is only of use to him if the judges appreciate it too. And that's what they do. A good performance, justly judged.
Okay, I fully agree with that, Mark.
I think this is... We separate the grain... In Courchevel, everything's aimed at winter sport, a real paradise for those who love it.
Yeah, who doesn't? You can experience all facets of skiing here, Mark.
His takeoff training seems to have paid off. No problems on the jump table. Not too early, not too late. That was perfect.
Yeah, that was great.
Let's have a... Here's the final ranking for you, ladies and gentlemen. After a thrilling competition, next time all skiers have the chance to go for gold. Until then, I say cheerio and adios to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips.
Well, thanks very much there, Mark. It was a pleasure being here, really. I've had great fun. Maybe not quite as much as being one of the jumpers myself, but maybe next time. See you soon. Bye.
Today finds us in Poland. We're in Zakopane. What's a host without an actual practitioner of sports? This time, it's Colin Phillips, and we're very proud to have him here.
It's a very different experience watching the others jump for once. Maybe I'll take over your job soon.
And once more, the sun is beating down on a ski jumping event. Welcome to another round of the Summer Grand Prix. It's not that easy to find the right waxmaker, but he got the optimum. There you can see the difference it makes in terms of speed.
But only if the posture is right.
But it does 100%. Let's have a look at the I think we've seen some nice, and what's more, long jumps. Now there's a Slovene sitting on the start bar. In a few seconds he'll be on the in-run. But before that he has to check his bindings again to make sure he won't lose his skis on takeoff. These things happen. The hard-working training paid off. His posture is perfect, and the skis are fast as hell. I don't want to exaggerate, but this score is close to a sensation. He exceeds all expectations.
Yeah, fantastic. Sensational.
Now we get the... Let's have a look at the overall ranking after this fascinating competition.
Yes.
The winners' fans are cheering, but the skiers on the second and third place can be satisfied too with their performance today, I think.
Me too.
And thanks to all the others who made today such an enjoyable day. Greetings from the car vendor. Its northern range still belongs to the municipal area of Innsbruck. I have a special guest today, Colin Phillips. Would you mind me saying...
Next time I'll be competed again, that's for sure.
We all hope whilst others are off swimming, we're here at the Summer Grand Prix ski jumping.
Oh my God.
Have you ever seen a takeoff?
Rare, very rare. I have to admit it. You did a great job, boy.
I think he'll rejoice again when he has a look at the video of this flight tonight. And his good performance was appreciated by the judges.
This will give him extra motivation for the next competitions.
Let's take... In the 19th century, many... So, this is the result. I hope that nobody will be blown away tonight.
It's not easy to start under these conditions, that's for sure.
For a second, I was afraid he would flunk the takeoff, but he did it quite well.
But you can do better.
Of course you can. It wasn't perfect, but it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I think this is... Ladies and gentlemen, here are the final results for your information. For the ski jumpers, Japan's center is not Tokyo as you might think, but its impressive two-hill venue in Hakuba on the island of Honshu. Enjoy this competition involved. I'm sure that not only fans of the British team will...
I'm happy to be here too. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
And once more, the sun is beating down on a ski jumping event. Welcome to another round of the Summer Grand Prix. Great approach run, don't you think, Colin?
Yes, it couldn't be better. He's standing perfectly on his skis. If there were style points given for the approach run, he'd get maximum score here, Mark.
Yeah, but he also had some luck with the wax mixture. He chose the right part for these snow conditions.
And he's going down fast.
Let's have a closer look at this jump in the replay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Huh?
Yeah. We separate the grain from the chaff, so the fine saying goes.
All the boys from the men.
Something like that. We weed out 20 skiers and start the last and decisive round with a... Maybe we should talk about women in ski jumping too.
Oh, yes.
As in many other sports, the ladies hardly manage to emerge from the men's shadow.
Well.
I wonder why. Because they also achieve impressive distances. The actual record is held by the Austrian Daniela Iraschko with 200 meters.
Yep.
That's how it's supposed to look.
Yep.
Calm posture, no fidgeting, no arm movement, and his chest bent far over his skis. No problem with his skis either. The wax is superb. His speed at takeoff will be amazing.
No, it should be.
He's one of the skiers who pleasantly surprised the expert this season. He always lived up to their expectations, and he didn't have a single fall this season.
Yeah, last year was quite a different story. Now he's become a really good skier.
That looks as if he had never done anything else in his life than taking off. Great timing. His skis take off precisely at the right point, and he's got the right degree of explosivity. Skiers often have problems with the wind here.
That's Japan for you, Mark.
Yeah, because it's an island.
Exactly.
That's a score to electrify the whole competition. I'm sure his rivals are awestruck now. This performance with this score, it will be hard to top.
Yeah, that was top-notch.
I don't think the slight tailwind would pose any problem for the skiers. That's how it's supposed to look.
Yep.
Calm posture, no fidgeting, no arm movement, and his chest bent far over his skis. No problem with his skis either. The wax is superb. His speed at takeoff will be amazing.
Yeah, it should be.
Here's the final ranking for you, ladies and gentlemen. After a thrilling competition, next time all skiers have the chance to go for gold. Japan and ski jumping, a combination that might seem weird at first sight. But nowadays, there's nothing unusual about it anymore. So Hakuba is once more the venue for a ski jumping competition this year. Today I have Colin Phillips at my side, who will give us first-hand...
It's a very different experience watching the others jump for once. Maybe
Last competition day of the Summer Grand Prix. Despite the summer temperatures, the skiers will keep their cool as they defend their positions, I suppose.
Well, try to get up higher.
That's another good example of how difficult it is to find the right comfort. The comfort range is so small that you can easily miss it.
Yes, he took off on his skis that almost passed the jump table, so he won't fly high enough. The result will tell.
Let's have a look at the replay. Ski jumping developed from downhill at the end of the 18th century. The inhabitants of a small... This is a crunch day for him today. His recent performances have been unconvincing.
Yeah, to say the least.
So mini crisis or no mini crisis, it's time for him to pull himself together. Otherwise, he won't end up with a place on the victory roster. This is where he's better than most other jumpers. His takeoff is perfect once again. It's not that easy to find the right point for takeoff at such a high speed, is it?
No, not at all. Things go so fast up there that you sometimes have to feel intuitively when you have to take off. But he just did it perfectly.
I suppose we can have a look at the replay. There it is. These are the results of today's competition, ladies and gentlemen. The three winners of the day, cheered by the crowd. Next time, things can turn out quite differently. We hope you'll be with us again. Mark Rafferty
And Colin Phillips.
take their leave.
Au revoir, goodbye, and auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye.